Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here coming at you with another gameplay impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Rebel Galaxy for the PC. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, oh wow, space game, lots of lasers, lots of spaceships flying through the air. This is bound to be a PC-only game. You're probably going to have to learn how to play a really complex, control scheme. You probably want to have a joystick, all that usual stuff with PC space games, and nothing could be further from the truth. As a matter of fact, this game I believe is also available at least on the PlayStation 4. Not sure if it's available on the Xbox One or not, but the version that we're looking at today is the PC version. I just want to make you guys aware of the fact that it is not only available on consoles, but it is actually extremely accessible. As a matter of fact, the PC launcher recommends that people play with a gamepad. So that should tell you a thing or two. So bear that in mind before you just look at these graphics and look at, the whole space theme of the game and think, oh, it's just another one of those PC space games. Nothing like that. So what is the game about? If I had to try and simplify it down to its most basic form, I would say that this game is a really cool Han Solo simulator. Yes, I did just say that. I know it's kind of weird, and particularly for those of you that don't know about Star Wars, you're probably like, what do you mean Han Solo simulator? Well, basically you're just this guy that's in space. You have a ship, and you can basically do whatever you want. It's like very sandboxy. There's a whole bunch of factions which you can become friends, and becoming friends of one it will make you enemies of other factions. And you can actually be allied with enemy factions. Like, you can be a space pirate if you want to. There's also a main story, which I haven't done a whole lot of, because I've just started, messing around with the whole sandbox aspects of the universe. And I didn't really feel like doing the main story. I was just like, I want to do all this side stuff. But today we're going to be playing a little bit of the main story, as well as doing some of the side content to kind of show you guys how Rebel Galaxy works, and why I honestly think it is an extremely cool game. Like, I usually don't, you guys know me, you know that I usually don't go too much for space type stuff, but this game really has its hooks on me. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to continue from my save game, and we are currently at the Nita Machi Ward Outpost. So first, let me give you guys a notion of scale, okay? So right now, we are here. This is the system that we're at, which is called the Thanatos system, right? Lots of stuff to see. This is actually pretty big. You guys are looking at it from this point, but trust me, this system, I haven't exited this system yet, pretty damn big. And this is the Thanatos system. This is the system where you start. Now let's go back, as you guys can get a little bit of a sense of the scale as we exit the map and go back to our ship. And now, let's look at the map of the sector. So, this is the Thanatos system, and this is the rest of the sector, okay? That should give you a couple of ideas on what to expect, okay? That's kind of like the scale level that we're talking about here. I haven't even exited the Thanatos system, and I've played the game for like about 5 hours. Then again, I haven't really played the main story all that much, so I guess we could attribute the fact that I haven't left the system to that. But I've still found a lot of ways to enjoy myself without needing to go and do the main story, such as space trucking, which you guys might not know what space trucking is. But space trucking consists of the concept of you grabbing materials from one end of a system and bringing it to the other end of the system, particularly to, not necessarily to the other end, but to a place where they're buying that material. And I'm going to try to explain to you guys how that works by, showing you guys the commodities and all that. But first, let's talk about the controls. You said this game was simple, Rurikhan. Tell us how it works. Well, left stick turns your ship. Right stick aims, rotates the camera and aims your ship when you're in combat mode. There, you don't have to worry about the Z-axis, so you don't have to worry about going up or down. Your ship will just, it's just on this one plane. Think of this as like just a huge road, and you're in GTA. You don't have to go up or down. Everything's on a plane. And they did that to simplify, and I think that was the right choice, because simplifying something like this makes the game so much more accessible for people that don't want to spend like 2.5 years learning the controllers and how to, fly a spaceship. This ship is super easy to fly. All you gotta do is you want to speed up, press X. It speeds up in 25% increments, so right now we're at 100% speed. You want to slow down, press circle. Speeds down in 25% increments as well, so right now we're at 0% speed. 25% speed, 50% speed, 75% speed, 100% speed. Also, once you start clearing debris, you enter sublight speed. So if you're in sublight speed, your ship actually moves considerably faster, and you can actually engage warp drive, which will make you move at the speed of light. So before we do that, let's take a look at our mission log. Right now I have 2 missions to do. I should actually pick up a side quest because I don't want to do any of the missions that I have available right now. So we're going to go back and we're going to dock, and I'm going to tell you guys about what you can do at each of these space stations. This is the second time I'm recording this video because the first take didn't take. I'm so funny. Let's go ahead and dock. There's no complex docking procedure. As you approach your a certain space station, you can just hold down X and it is going to dock. So what can you do once you dock? Well, your equipment bay allows you to upgrade your ship, which I haven't really upgraded our ship a whole lot. This ship is the ship that every player starts with. Its original name is Rasputin, but I renamed it to Phoenix 1 because, as you guys know, I like Phoenix, the mythological creature, and therefore I figured it's my first ship, so this is Phoenix 1. You can upgrade your weapons, your broadsides, your secondaries, your alpha turrets, your beta turrets. There's a bunch of stuff you can upgrade, but like I said, haven't done a whole lot of that because I'm accumulating credits to buy myself a better ship. You can also upgrade your hull, your shield, and your deflector, which I will tell you guys about deflectors and shields and all that once we actually go into combat. And you can upgrade your components, engines, make it go faster, booster, probably increases booster duration, warp drive, probably makes you go into light speed faster, cargo hold so that you can carry more stuff for space trucking, tractor beam, jump drives, you can upgrade a whole bunch of stuff. And this is just like I said, this is the very first ship. So there's a bunch of more ships that you can own. I believe that as I move forward to different sectors or systems, as I move to different systems, I believe that these options are going to increase because I've seen a lot more ships than the ones that are here, but I'm not 100% sure if that is the case or not. I haven't played enough of the game to know. But right now, the ship that I want to buy is this, the Tannhausen, because if you want to engage in heavy-duty warfare, you probably want to go for one of these bigger ships. But personally, I want to be like a roguish type guy. I don't want to have the biggest ship in the block, but I want to have a ship that can pack a punch and can exit at a fast speed. That's kind of how I want to play Rebel Galaxy. Whether or not that's a viable strategy, I don't know, but I believe it is. Because I think that's kind of like the whole vibe I get from this game. Space Cowboy, all the way down to the soundtrack, which is awesome, by the way. Pay attention to the soundtrack throughout this video because you're going to hear some really cool stuff. But anyways, that's the equipment bay and the shipyard. Then commodities market. This is available on every space station, by the way, that you go to, apart from faction-specific space stations, which are slightly different depending on which faction you're allied with. Right now, we're supposed to be kind of neutral, but I've been killing a lot of space pirates because they get in my way and they attack me, so I fight back and I kill them. So obviously, they don't like me all that much. Commodities market is where you do the bulk of your space trucking. Now, this particular station doesn't seem to have any goods to trade, which is weird. But regardless, the way this works is you grab a good, like say you wanted some soy paste if they had it, and then you try to find a space station that is looking for that good. And then you go and you sell that good at a higher price. So it's all about knowing when to buy, when to sell. There's a whole meta game to this, and I've actually been playing a lot with that because it's a lot of fun. But you have to figure stuff out if you want to go space trucking, and you can't stop at every little thing if you want to go space trucking. So yeah, that's a whole thing. It's almost like playing the auction house in World of Warcraft, except it's only with NPCs. Then there's the mission board, which allows you to take on side quests, which we're going to take a couple of these. Let's see. This is average threat, so it might be hard for us. What's this? This is a dead drop. I don't want to do dead drops. Let's try to do the average threat mission. This is going to take a risk. I might actually die doing that, but it'll give us a sense of combat so that you guys can see how combat works. So you just picked up a side mission there. And you can also visit the bar. So in the bar, you can hire a mercenary, which is like, I believe, one of these smaller fighters that will just kind of escort my ship. I haven't had need for that yet, so I'm not going to touch it. And then there's system news. This is very important if you want to do the space trucking stuff, because you have to figure out what you want to do. So for instance, you have 2 archaeological finds there. So if you want to sell archaeological finds, you want to make sure that you try and get these. There's also a market glut going on in Takaji, which means if you go to the Takaji space station, you will be able to buy goods a lot cheaper than you would be able to buy anywhere else. And then you can try to go to another space station and sell those goods at a higher price. So this kind of gives you an overview of what's happening on the system at any given time. And that is something that, again, you want to pay real close attention to if you're doing a lot of space trucking. There's also a little bit of cloak and dagger gameplay here, so you can speak with bartenders around the systems, and you can actually ask for advice.
There's this old timer comes in from time to time.
That doesn't really do much, but you can. There we go. Do you know of any bounties in the area? So you can pay her, and she will give you a couple of tips on specific bounties. So again, there's a little bit of cloak or dagger gameplay in there, just for the whole space cowboy thing, which is the feel I think this game is going for, and it definitely succeeds. Anyway, we've gotten that secondary mission, so now let's go to our mission log, which is here, and let's get it done. Jira Dreadmore. It's actually already being tracked, so it shows like that. Notice how regular quests just show up with one square looking thing. This one has 2 on them because it's the one you're locked on to. So let's go ahead, pump our engines. No, wait, before we do that, I should explain to you guys how combat works. So combat works very much like if you guys have played Assassin's Creed, naval warfare, that's kind of the way it works. So right now we're on broadsides mode. We can press L2, aims our broadsides, and it charges them up. So like if you just fire them without charging up, they kind of go all over the place and they don't deal that much damage. However, if you charge them up all the way, they will deal more damage and they're also more precise. So there's an advantage to actually charging your broadsides. So this is the broadsides. You have to remember you're going to be moving while you're doing this, so you got to be careful not to hit asteroids. Beyond shooting stuff, you have deflector shields. You can activate deflector shields by pressing R1. And you have to save your deflector shields for when your opponent is throwing really heavy duty stuff at you, like missiles and stuff, or when your other shields are depleted. Now, if you notice on the lower left-hand side, there's radar, and there's like a set of bars, which is the blue bars and then the white bars. Those are not just for decoration. So the blue ones represent your shields. So as your opponent starts shooting at you, it's going to whittle down your shields. Then the white ones is your hull. So as he keeps on shooting, he's going to pierce through your hull. And if he pierces through the hull, he can actually start dealing damage to your ship. And that's what the percentage is there. Right now my ship's at 100% percentage. You get to 0%, your ship explodes and you die. So yeah, that's the shield mechanic. Naturally you have shields in front, sides, and back. So the way that where your opponents shoot you is important. So you'll want to angle to where your stronger shields are. And then you also have this. So when you run out of shields, you can pop the deflector shields for a little bit, but notice that it drains. If you look on the lower left-hand side, you'll notice that little thing there, it's draining. If someone shoots you while you're doing that, it will drain faster. So, let's pop the engines. You guys should have a pretty good idea of how combat works. So we're going to go and try to fight this Jira Dreadmore for the secondary quest. We've cleared the space mass that was behind us, so now they're going to let us engage in warp drive, which we will do. Boom! So we're now at the speed of light and stuff moves way faster. Now as you're going through the system at the speed of light, you can encounter random stuff like this. This is actually threat level red, so these guys are probably going to kick my ass. They seem to have a capital ship with them, but I'm probably going to be able to outrun them. I'm going to just pop my warp engines and get the hell out of Dodge. Like if this was a lower threat level, I would probably consider killing them, because since they're space pirates, there's a high probability that there's a bounty on them, so I could make a decent amount of credits by killing them. But like I said, my ship, not that powerful as of yet, so I do not want to engage in random stuff that's just going to get me killed. So let's keep going towards our mission here, see if we can get rid of Jira Dreadmore. But yeah, there's other random stuff that you can encounter, like transmissions. You can encounter the stress beacons. You will actually help people out in space that are getting attacked by pirates, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we're about to reach our destination here.
Well, look what we got here.
Wait a second, is that a capital ship? That looks like a pretty beast ship, so we're gonna have to play it smart. So for starters, we have a double jet fighter that is coming right at us. We can see the location of each ship on the radar. So I'm just kind of like orbiting around here, just making sure that they come to me instead of me going to them. So right now I'm using my simple turrets. These turrets like auto lock on instead of using broadsides. Oh, there he is, Jared Dreadmore. So I don't actually have to fight the big capital ship that I see over there. Good. So let's slowly move away. What is that thing that they're firing? Oh, behind us. Hello. Didn't see you there. I'm going to fire my flak cannons as well. Oh, these poor guys. Okay, now let's switch to broadsides. No, there's a bomber still. Oh, incoming missiles. Gonna pop the shields. Deflectors have been popped. Oh my god, they're punishing my shield so hard right now. Okay, this is not good. We gotta bail out because we're getting rocked pretty hard. Let's see if we can hide behind this asteroid here. Beta turret control mildly damaged. I don't like it. Okay, I want to get rid of that bomber because he's in range and he's just a right incoming missile. Shields up. Let's get the flak cannons online. Boosh! Down he goes. Another double jack bomber. So you want to take care of the smaller ships first. And another missile. I think that missile actually got us. Okay, most of the smaller ships are down. Now we want to focus our attention on Jared Dreadmore here. Okay, he's in range. We're pumping him full of lead with our turrets. Not lead, pumping him full of lasers? Carbon? I don't know. Space materials? Now he's about to be on our side here, so we're going to go for the broadsides, of course. Oh, why are you trying to ram me, dude? I got shields right now. It was actually not that hard. He's getting rocked pretty hard right now by the flak gun, so he's pretty much done. Jyra? Where are you going, Jyra? You don't get to leave. I gotta be careful so that I don't ram into that asteroid.
This isn't the end of me.
It isn't? Are you sure about that? Let's slow down, full stop, and use our tractor beam to get those ammunitions that he dropped. There we go. Tractor beam, get the ammunitions. We can actually sell these ammunitions. And we've completed our quest, so we got a whole bunch of credits there. So that's kind of like what a basic side quest looks like. Now let's go ahead and switch back to the main quest so that I can show you guys a little bit of main quest. But yeah, that's your basic battle. I didn't show you guys the turret, I forgot. But yeah, you can also aim this turret manually if you want to, but usually you'll be automatically locking onto targets with it and then just follow them by pressing R2. You don't really have to like manually aim when you're in the middle of all that mess. And then you have the broadsides and my little flak gun, and that's pretty much how we took care of business. Anyway, as you can see, that is our main mission. We're actually pretty close. So we're going to head down to the main mission.
Engines at maximum.
The story begins, the story of this game, begins by your aunt, who is the black sheep in the family. She sends you a message and gives you her ship, and she wants you to meet her at a certain location in the galaxy. So you go there, and then you don't find her, you find someone else, and they start asking you favors in order to reveal the location of your aunt. So this is the last guy who asked me for a favor, and he had me kill a couple of space pirates. So now supposedly he's going to tell me something about the location of my aunt, so let's go ahead. Aunt? I don't know how to pronounce that. So let's go there. We're going to engage warp drive, and this is going to take us to another space station, which is where we spoke with the guy. Now, interestingly enough, for the main mission, there is actual voice acting, which is surprising because I believe this game was made by like 2 people. That is like really impressive. There's no multiplayer, in case you guys are wondering. There's a lot of people who are asking for multiplayer because this would be a ton of fun in multiplayer. But I mean, I can understand why not. I mean, they made a really solid single-player game, and I think they did good not to try to overextend themselves and then just put out a shoddy product instead. Like, this game is super polished in my opinion, from what I've seen so far. So, let's go ahead and dock. And we are now on the Gorchakov Locust Outpost. So we have a couple of repairs that we can do. I mean, we didn't take that much damage, but we took a little bit, so it's like 15 credits to repair. The beta turret, control, hull plating, and tractor vent. Oh! I hadn't seen this ship, the Icarus. Oh look, there's different ships in here. Look at that. There's also the Barracuda, which I hadn't seen. And the Manticore. The Manticore I've seen. I hadn't seen the Barracuda. Huh. That's pretty cool. And the Icarus. The Icarus is kind of cool as well, but no, I want the other one. You guys know the one I want. The Hammerhead is the Rasputin ship that you start with. So, anyway, we can go visit the bar, which is where the quest takes place here. But I want to take a quick look at the commodities market, see if I can sell something. We can sell munitions. It's actually a really good price because if you notice, the munitions we got on that guy, they didn't cost me anything. They were free, but the system average cost on ammunitions is 430, and this particular outpost is buying them at 539. So I'm like, yep, hells yeah, give me that 539. But I wanted to look at the commodities also to see if there was anything that I could buy to make a profit. Ooh, live organs. Live organs is an illegal thing, just like there's space slaves as well. Those are illegal, but there are systems in where slavery is legal, so you can basically sell space slaves. But yeah, there's a couple of items that you can buy. Like, for instance, bio waste. It's illegal, but the system average they pay for it is 180. So if you wanted to make a profit, you can buy it here at 97. Try to locate someplace where they're selling it, where they're buying it higher. There's a couple of religious tracts, but I don't care about that. This is like small potatoes. All the stuff that you have here is small potatoes, apart from live organs, and even live organs are not going to give you that much of a profit, so I'm not risking it. I'm not buying anything off of this system. Let's go ahead and visit the bar and see what the dude has to say. Speak to Sandar. Sandar is the guy that gave me the quest, so it's good to know that you can keep your end of the bargain. Oh yeah, another thing about this quest is that once I found this guy's target, he actually offered to disappear. He was like, dude, pay me $800 and I'll disappear forever, and you can tell this guy whatever you want. And I was just like, nah, dude, you're gonna die, because he was a space pirate anyways. And I'm just like, nah, screw you guys. Give a damn about no space pirates. I found a few leads. Turns out Juno was meeting with one. Juno is his aunt. Was meeting with one of the militia captains on the sly. Why would she be doing that, and where is she now? I don't know on either count, but there's a militia toady who owes me a favor. Her name is Xenia Carroll, lieutenant, I think. She's undoubtedly on one of their endless patrols. I suppose I could arrange a meeting, but it'll take some time. What should I do until then? I'm pretty sure you have something for me to do, don't you? Well, I understand you have Juno's little bauble, yes? Perhaps I could take it off your hands and you could use the catch to patch up that old rust bucket. This thing? How about you tell me what it is first? I'm sure I don't know, but I deal in the unconventional. I doubt you have any use for it. I'm sure it's a worthless trinket. Yeah, well, I think I'll ask Juno about it. Yeah, she gave you something. I don't remember what it is, but... don't forget your end of the bargain. So now we have to go to Orzu to do the next part of the mission. So yeah, that was a pretty simple part of the main quest line. So let's advance. Let's see, what do they want us to do again? They want us to go...
Incoming hail.
Ooh, incoming hail. What's this? He tried to swindle me out of the Spectre. Yeah, the Spectre is the item that Aunt gave me. That I don't know what it is. It so happens that I've thought of someone who may be able to give you a hand with that. A bit of a researcher. Researcher like Sandar's a businessman. Let's not quibble over titles. He's eccentric. Let's leave it at that. At any rate, I'm sending the coordinates of the station where he keeps his legs. Take care of yourself. Also, you guys might be wondering, oh, so is that what you mean by voice acting, that, you know, senseless babbling that the aliens are saying? No, there's actual English voice acting as well. It's just the aliens speak their own language to kind of, you know, keep things in character. Anyway, let's speed up and let's go to the primary mission, the Researcher, and hopefully we'll find some random stuff along the way, which usually tends to happen. Let's boost a little bit. Engage warp. You can also mine, like there's a couple of asteroids that can be mined. I'm not mining right now because it takes a while to destroy asteroids with my laser. And I'm also not in the mining business, so I don't really care. I mean, mining is actually super cheap on this system. Like, you can get metallic ores and whatnot, but they're not worth much. So it's a lot more profitable if you want to make a buck. It's a lot more profitable to just stick to space trucking. Or just doing random missions of bounties. Like, you don't have to do space trucking. It's a little mini game that you can do, but you can just take on side missions and make money that way if you'd rather do it. And you can upgrade the crap out of your system's, your ship's combat capabilities, and then just, you know, play through that. And we're at the Brochy station. Or Brochy station. I think it's Brochy.
Accelerating the sublight. Exiting the sublight.
And let's dock. Let me just take a quick look at the commodities. I always like looking at the commodities because sometimes you find some really good stuff. Not on this system, apparently. I mean, they have nuts and bolts. They're buying ceramic plating, but even that's not... It's just not... Bad deals. Bad deals all around.
I don't know you. What are you doing here? I'm quite busy. Get out.
See what I mean? There's actually English voice acting as well. Hold it. Are you the researcher Orzer was telling me about?
That figures. He never had any respect for anyone's time. I'm Cell. If I answer your questions, will you leave?
Yeah, sure, I promise. It's about the Spectre device. We were hoping you'd be able to figure out what it is.
I've seen other artifacts like this before. Interesting. I will need to take some time to analyze it. While I do so, you can perform an errand for me and gather some materials critical to my research.
Another errand. Yeah, it seems everybody has errands for you. You know, the gameplay is fairly simple, so I mean, you know, they kind of keep you going back and forth doing stuff throughout space.
Yes, well, my research requires raw materials, and it seems a fair trade for my expertise. I need about 3 tons of omnium ore. It's rare, but I know of a few places to source it. Here are the coordinates for a field that contains trace amounts of omnium, and another set for a trade convoy that I know has the material. It's up to you how you procure it.
So see, that is where things start getting a little bit, you know, shady. Because it's like, you can go mine it, apparently, because he gives you the coordinates of a field to go mine omnium. And then he gives you the coordinates of a trade convoy where you can just go over there and maybe... You can do 2 things on that trade convoy. You can negotiate for it, or you can threaten them and kill them. Which is like, it's a cool thing, you know? Like, I'm actually going to go to the convoy and see if I can negotiate with them. But I don't want to spend too much money, so if the negotiations go sour, I'll leave and go to the other place. Hopefully they're not too far apart. So let's take a look here. Show me the map.
Stellar map.
So this is the traders, and this is the mining. Okay, they're not too far apart, so we can do either or. So let's see, is that for the traders one, I think, right? Oops, I docked. My bad. Didn't mean to dock.
Engines at maximum.
I would have actually liked to see how this game runs on the PlayStation 4. It's a damn shame I didn't get a code for that. Oh, damn it, it auto-docked? Okay, I guess I have to really move away from the thing. This is for mining. Okay.
Engines at maximum.
So I'm far away enough that it's not going to auto-dock me again, hopefully. Jesus, I'm not that close to that thing. Okay, let's boost out of here. Let's see if we can get sublight. Give me warp speed, please. Thank you. Let's go to the convoy and see if we can have a conversation with them, and hopefully they will sell the material to us on the cheap. Maybe they're being attacked. Like, that would be awesome if they were being attacked, because then maybe I could, you know, save them from the attack, and then maybe they would risk high. They're probably under attack. Unless risk high if I attack them.
You have been inhibited by stellar mass. Accelerating to sublight.
Oh, they're under attack for sure. I just saw his shields trigger.
You have been inhibited by stellar mass.
Oh no, it was probably they hit each other. So let's hail them. See if they want to sell.
You got something to say?
Yeah, see, I hear you got a load of... You see, you have two chances here. You can hail them. You could straight out attack them if you want to. Or you could also say that Omnium I scan in your hole looks just like what I need handed over now. You can threaten them. So, like, I like the options. You know, even though the end result might be the same, even though this might be something super simple, but I like the options of it, you know? The fact that you can come up to them and say, you've got a load of aluminum, I want to trade with you, or you've got a load of aluminum that I want, and I want you to give it to me or I'll shoot you down, or you can just flat out shoot them down without even hailing them, you know? That's something that I find really cool. Anyway, I'm going to say, I hear you have a load of Omnium. Any chance you make a trade for 3 tons?
Listen, you give me a fair price for a few tons of military hardware, we'll call it square.
2,500? Yeah, that's fine.
Everything looks good. See you around.
Only craft.
See, I like playing this thing like this. Like, if you're a more aggressive player... Oh, crap. Oh, man, if I had waited... Like, I can probably hail them now. And they'll be like, oh, we're under attack, help us, right?
Healing.
Look, I ain't got time.
Oh, never mind. Okay, anyway. Maybe if I had waited, I could have actually helped her and gotten a cheaper price. Either way, get rid of those guys. It was only one of them. Seriously? These guys have like the logic that some of the NPCs have in Skyrim, where it's like, look, that dude just killed a dragon. Let's fight him. In this case, it's like, look, his ship is bigger and way more armored than mine. I'm gonna attack him. Sometimes I wish they were a little bit more bright. Like, some of the ships will run away when they see that they don't have a chance. But most of the times it's just like, oh, I'm going to engage on this guy regardless of what comes out of it.
Missiles inbound.
Those are some weird-ass missiles.
Collision warning.
Hey, you like flak cannons, dude? I got flak cannons.
Ready and heating.
Yeah, you like those flak cannons, don't you? Sucker.
Blue.
How is that threat level red? Like, that little small-ass ship was no threat. Come on now, let's be reasonable here. And now we can just deliver the Omnium because we just flat out bought it. Now, it might pay off, might not pay off, but I have enough money to kind of go around where I don't feel like I want to lower my standing as a good citizen. I want to try and make my way through the galaxy as, you know, a typical nice rogue, you know? But I'm not above trading for slaves if I see an opportunity for it either.
Accelerating to sublight.
Why is there a high risk for this mission? I don't understand. Boom!
You have been inhibited by stellar mass.
And...
Warning.
Jesus, these collision warnings sometimes.
Complete.
Mission complete. Yeah, we received 5,000 credits. See, it's not a problem. We're fine.
Excellent. This Omnium will do nicely. Now, as for this device, it really is quite unusual, and I have made some excellent progress.
Go on.
They call this a Spectre, yes? It is apt because I believe there is an intelligence contained within.
Sort of
We may
intelligence.
never find out. It is only inert because of a lack of power which it is theoretically capable of absorbing. But centuries of carbon accretion have prevented this. Well, I have removed the carbon. However, the device has not reactivated. It may be nothing more than junk at this point.
Well, thanks.
Please do not mention it. It is an interesting item, but I have wasted enough time. Excuse me.
Now we've completed that mission. Now, I don't really feel like going back and keep on doing the main story mission. I want to do at least one more combat mission before we're done. So let's see what we got here. This is very high risk. This is high risk. Dead drop. Double jack rogue. Double jack scum. Yeah, let's kill some of these guys. It's not too many credits, but, you know, it's enough. And I think I'm actually going to be able to buy my new ship if I complete these 2 missions. Oh, wait, did I check? I should check just to see if they have good commodities, because I need some money. I need some money! They're buying ammunitions really hard. But they're not selling a whole lot of interesting things. And they're on an arms race, which means they're buying... Yeah, that's why they're buying ammunitions real hard. Let's see... That's not what I was looking for. Let's actually see on the bar what is happening throughout the galaxy. So, mining rush. A mining claim near the Clerk cusp yielded a wealth of valuable minerals and metals. Scientific boom on Adzik. Scientific boom on Utorp. High quality tech gear. Wow. Scientific boom all over the damn place. An arms race. There's not a whole lot we can really exploit here. So, yeah. I mean, we can exploit any of these tech booms and just get a bunch of high quality stuff. Let's see which one's closer. So you have Pony Triagen, Adzik, and Utorp. So like,
Language analysis.
the hell is this?
Initiating likely greeting. Hello.
Well, that's new. Who or what are you, and how are you using my ship's computer?
I am nameless, or I have forgotten my name. My reliquary has become active aboard this vessel, and I have integrated with its simple systems.
Integrated? You mean you're controlling my ship?
I have not interfaced with life support, navigation, or weapon systems aboard this craft. My intention is not to harm.
You mentioned a reliquary.
It is the device in which I reside. I have drawn power from nearby sources in order to activate it, but I am confused. My reliquary is incomplete. My function is impaired. I desire information.
All that said, I'm not sure I want you integrated into my
You
ship.
need only remove my reliquary from your vessel in order to sever the connection. That power lies entirely with you.
That's good. So that means if I switch ships, I can take her with me.
As I have said, my reliquary is incomplete. I am confused. My memory is fragmented. I have reached out to you for help.
What could I possibly do to help you?
While this vessel's systems are limited, I could utilize them to detect the fragments of my reliquary. In return, I may be able to offer assistance to you.
What sort of assistance?
It is within my power to improve the function of this vessel. I propose an exchange. Help me recover my memories, and I will in turn advance the systems of your ship beyond their operating parameters. Do you agree?
We have a deal for now. It's not like I have much of a choice.
That is acceptable. I have detected a fragment within this solar system. I am providing you with the approximate coordinates. Although the signal is indistinct, it may be inside a larger mass.
I'll investigate when I have a moment. How will I contact you
You
again?
may summon me at any time through the command interface of this vessel.
This is a hell of a thing.
Goodbye.
So that means now I can do this and summon her? No. I can't. I thought I'd be able to. I'm assuming I only get to interact with her for now once I get the next piece.
Stellar map.
That's kind of cool. So we're going to be reactivating some kind of an AI, and she's going to be helping us. That's pretty sweet. So let's do one more mission before we call it a video. I mean, I guess you guys got a pretty good idea of what this game is about by now. Let's do this one, because it is the closest one.
Engines at maximum.
There we go. And it's just, I like the whole idea about roaming through space, and in my opinion what this game does good is the fact that it simplifies it down to a degree where it's fun and it's not busy work. Like, can you imagine how boring it would be if it would be like, oh, you have limited amounts of fuel. Oh, you have limited amounts of ammunition, which I actually think you can have limited ammunition for certain things. But like, limited amounts of fuel, and you'd have to like go to every station to constantly refuel and stuff like that, you know? I like not having to do all of that busy work in favor of just enjoying the positive aspects of space exploration, just like, you know, the mystery, and just like going out through space, and oh, engage warp drive, and just like, if you run across help sign or whatever, you can actually tell people, hey, you want help? Or, hey, I'm going to kill you myself unless you give me all that's in your hull, which you can. You can be a space pirate if you want to, which is pretty cool. And like, if you look, where was it? Was it in the mission log? Cargo hold, tactical, any craft. Where was it? Where did they show you? There was something that showed you like your faction standings, but I can't find it anymore. But you guys will see that my faction's going to be lowered with the double jack guys once we're done with this encounter here. Oh, there's a bunch of them too.
Missiles inbound. Deflectors depleted.
Holy crap. That's a lot of ships.
Mission complete.
And there you go. That's another mission done. So I usually take the low risk missions because I just wanna get the easy money so that I can get the next ship. Set as primary, double jack rogue. How far away is this one? Oh, it's not too far. Should be able to do that one as well. Oh, also remember you can always pulse scan. And look how there's mineable resources there. Let me actually show you guys how mining works.
Engines at maximum. Collision warning.
No, I'm not going to collide with that asteroid. Relax. So the pulse just reveals wherever there's stuff. And like we have mineable resources on this thing.
Full stop. Scatter turret.
So you can just use the scatter turret to shoot the crap out of it. Unfortunately, we can't broadside it because it's not in the same plane as our ship. But if you could broadside it, would probably deal more damage.
Emergency cooldown.
Oh, we ran out of... our weapon overheated a little bit there.
Full stop. Ready overheating. Emergency cooldown.
And as we mined this, we got cargo metallic ore. And we're able to use our tractor beam. There. That's how you mine. I mean, there's much more efficient lasers that will cut through like an asteroid and mine it a lot faster. This is just like a cheap way of doing it by using your weapons instead of, having a proper tools. And that would be what we would have done if we were to go and mine the ovnium, I don't remember, whatever ore it was we had to get for that quest. So yeah, multiple options, lots of stuff to do. I really like what Rogue Galaxy brings to the table. And I usually don't tend to care much for these space kind of games. But again, the thing that this game does well is that it brings all the fun stuff without most of the busy work that other space type... I hesitate to say simulators because it's not really a simulator, but space exploration type of games usually bring, And it's got a main story as well. If you like the experience of actually having a main story instead of just the sandbox aspects of it, then you can choose. You can go for the main story, you can go for the sandbox aspects, you can do whatever the hell you want. I do not want to hit that asteroid. Oh crap, there's a storm going on this sector as well. Storms will mess with your shields as well as your radar systems. There we go. Bye, Rachel Fist. That's what's up. Now, did we get enough money? Let me get... oh, by the way, there's an option here where you can basically get which one's the closest mission. You can just load up on a ton of missions, and then you can select whichever one's closest. So this, for instance, would put me closest to minor protection, to if I wanted to do that, which is average risk. I might as well do that one as well. I mean, why not? Average risk should at least give us a bit more of a challenge, because these ships have been pretty easy so far. And then from there we can just dock on a space station or something. But yeah, this is essentially Rebel Galaxy, and so far I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and I wanted to make sure I shared it with you guys, in case you guys were also like me, curious about what Rebel Galaxy was all about, because I didn't get a chance to play it last year. So yeah. And again, the soundtrack is just so on point. So let's see who's attacking our little miner dudes. Oh, I can't hail him?
Enemy craft inbound.
There's an enemy craft coming, but I can't hail him. Why can't I hail him? I guess I just have to protect them and that's it. Very well.
Scatter turret. Weapon overheat. Collision warning.
I need to like look somewhere else. Where is it? There you go. Eat those flak cannons, bro. There you go. There's another mission out there for some reason. I need to keep going this way, apparently. I don't see where the miners are, though. Probably should pulse and figure it out, because they gotta survive. There they are. Holy crap. Incoming hostiles.
Satellite boosters depleted. Scatter turret.
Come on, come on.
Accelerating to satellite.
Okay, this is gonna be a problem. There's the miner. We're about to be in range of these fools. Gotta position myself properly. And let her rip! You ain't got nothing, Double Jack. Zoosh, that's one down. Give him the flak. Yes! Oh, that was actually pretty easy.
Collision warning.
I don't know why it said average for that one. That was super easy. So let's go to the closest station. Narcissus. Narcissus. Where are you, Narcissus? Transporting coordinates. I wish I could hail these guys. Maybe they'd give me something, but I guess no dice.
Satellite boosters depleted.
I saved you, miners. You should give me minerals, valuables. Yeah, say flying. I saved your ass. See, that's a mining laser she's got there. On her little mining tug, she's just like with a little laser. Yeah, that's what's up.
Exiting sublight.
And we are probably about to get enough warp to move on to the next waypoint. Sorry about the length of the video, but I mean, this is going to be a game that is going to take you guys quite a bit to go through. So I wanted to show you guys, you know, a significant chunk of gameplay so that you'd get an idea of what the game's about. So what I wanted to do to finalize is something that I haven't done in the game yet, which is to buy a ship. So let's go on ahead to Narcissus Space Station and buy ourselves a ship, because I think they sell the Tannhauser, which is the ship I want to buy. Yeah, buddy.
Inhibited by stellar mass. Exiting sublight. Stalking.
Okay, let's take a look. Shipyard, do you sell? Yes, you do. You sell the 10,000, and that is going to set me back so much, but this is the ship I want. Doesn't look like... Oh, they automatically name it the same name as my previous ship, apparently. Okay, well, let's take a look at the shipyard, because I'm pretty sure... No, equipment bay. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have any weapons now. Oh, it has the same weapons I had, except this one has more turret spots. This one also doesn't have ordnance, but it has gamma turret, so I can get another scatter turret. But, I mean, that's a pretty cheap one. We're going to want to start buying the good stuff. So we're going to keep the weapon systems we have right now. We're going to make ourselves some more money. I just want... Oh, look at this beast! Look at it! God, this ship's beautiful. So these are broadsides still. Oh, I gotta be careful not to hit the space station. They might not like that. See, but this ship looks way cooler than the previous one. Come on. Come on now. Still have the flak cannons in front there. And we still have the scatter turret. It's just the ship itself looks way cooler. But yeah, you guys, that's Rebel Galaxy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me all the comments, feedback, all the kinds of good stuff in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Booyah!